That was my wrong understanding for Bitcoin. You don't analyze Bitcoin the way you would analyze a normal traditional company in the stock market. You analyze Bitcoin from the aspect of its software, its game-changing technology, that you look at it from a perspective of what is it actually disrupting, what is it actually changing. Hey guys, so in this video, I want to talk about why I believe that Bitcoin won't fail, why I believe Bitcoin won't go to zero. And please do remember this, whatever I'm sharing in this video is something based on how I evolved as an investor, based on also on the amount of research that I've done through the years. And for those who have been following me for quite some time, you knew it, 2013, 2014, I wasn't a fan of Bitcoin. I think that's what's so important to all of you watching this, that we can all have our own preconceived notions, we can all have our own judgments on particular topics or particular investments. And it's highly important also to respect other people's opinions, because I really believe that there are people still up until now, 2022, that are not in favor of Bitcoin, which is okay, because you always follow what you have the most conviction in. You always follow what you understand the most. If it doesn't make sense for other people to invest in Bitcoin, it's okay. In the same way, that's why it doesn't make sense for other people also to invest in Forex. It doesn't make sense for other people to go into bonds or mutual funds or insurance or VULs, because it's not a one-size-fits-all investment. And what I'm sharing are things that I've learned along the way, but it's me sharing my conviction, and I could be wrong. Somewhere down the line, something could happen that I did not foresee right now, but that's what's amazing about it. I'm positioned in it. So if I'm wrong, then I get hit. My portfolio gets hit. But that's also the amazing part of being diversified. That's also the amazing part of having different assets, that if one goes down, one goes to zero, I'll be okay. I'll still be able to live my life. I'll still be able to eat. I'll still be able to do things normally. That being said, when I say Bitcoin won't fail, it doesn't mean that it's not volatile. It doesn't mean that it's not gonna go down, because by the time of this recording, we've seen it this year from the heights of 69,000 from last year. We've seen it go below 20,000, which for those who follow technical analysis, 20,000 is a legitimate resistance from the past bull cycle, but now it has become a support level, and that people got shocked. Why did it actually go down from the 20,000 level? By the time of this recording, we're way back up above that particular level as well. Now, that being said, number one, why don't I think Bitcoin will fail? It has been tried and tested over and over. Why am I saying this? 2011, 2012, 2013, people have been saying that Bitcoin is likened to the tulip bubble. That bubbles, normally, for those who don't know, it pumps massively, then it crashes, then the investment is dead. For Bitcoin, we've seen so many pumps over the course of the past decade. However, after those pumps, we've seen massive dumps. If you follow the narrative, if it was a bubble, it should not have gone back already. But the fact that over the past few years, even if you plot in a long-term chart of Bitcoin, it's not just that it's still steadily and massively up from where it was. It's not just that it has outperformed every other asset class out there, but it has bounced back. And every time it has bounced back, it always has bounced back higher than where it was before. And that's what I believe. I don't believe it's a tulip bubble. I believe that there's volatility. I believe that it will go down massively, but I believe it's actually here to stay. Why I believe that Bitcoin won't fail? Because it has staying power already. It has shown time and time and time again that it may drop, it may be volatile, it could be crushed, but it will go back. That may not be the case for other cryptocurrencies. We've seen other cryptos, other tokens pump a lot, but some of them go down 99% to never recover. Some of them pump but dump massively and not even return. Or even their website, some of the tokens, you can research this, guys, some DeFi tokens from 2020, 2021 that did very, very well, that pushed up. If you go to some of their websites right now, they're not anymore existing. But that's not the case for Bitcoin. So if you look at it and you compare it against other traditional asset classes, Bitcoin is positioned to stand the test of time. And if you compare it also to the other cryptocurrencies, the 19+ thousand cryptocurrencies that are out there, Bitcoin is much better than all of them combined. There's a reason why its market cap is so dominant up against all of the other cryptocurrencies out there. There's a reason why when Bitcoin goes down a certain percentage, all of the other cryptocurrencies also dropped, but in a massively bigger way as well. Bitcoin, being the first cryptocurrency, has the longest track record of reliability versus all of the other cryptocurrencies that are available. Number two, why do I believe that Bitcoin won't fail? Because it's really technology. It's software. And it was part of me being ignorant about it, just looking at it from, oh, this will just be like a stock that I would buy, and then at a certain point when it goes to a certain level, it might be good already to sell. Because looking at it, for example, from a PE ratio perspective, there are certain stocks that when it goes higher from a valuation standpoint, it would become expensive and it would be prudent also to take profits. But that was my wrong understanding for Bitcoin. You don't analyze Bitcoin the way you would analyze a normal traditional company in the stock market. You analyze Bitcoin from the aspect of its software, its game-changing technology, that you look at it from a perspective of what is it actually disrupting, what is it actually changing. And people have favored, and I've said this, you can search my videos, Bitcoin Basics, Marvin Germo, or Bitcoin Marvin Germo. I've said this over and over, that I don't see Bitcoin as currency. I see Bitcoin as digital gold. I see Bitcoin as a store of value, and that alone as a technology itself, in my opinion, is something that's already very, very interesting. Similar to gold, it's scarce. But not just that it's scarce, it's decentralized, that no one can shut down Bitcoin no matter what they actually do. And the Chinese government has tried to do that almost every year. I've said that in a lot of videos. Every year China tries to come up with a certain notion to try to shut down Bitcoin, but no one can do that, because the only way you get to shut down Bitcoin is to shut down the entire internet, to shut down all of the miners that try to validate the Bitcoin blockchain. It's decentralized, it's scarce, but it gives people the freedom also to be able to send assets when the traditional financial markets are actually closed. If you wanted to send money on 11 p.m. on a Saturday to a relative in the United Kingdom, or to Pakistan, or to the United States, there's no other asset class that allows you to send assets on a very, very fast level on an evening on a weekend. Remittance alone is one of the things that Bitcoin does and disrupts and changes. It helps hundreds of millions of people around the world. Number three is this: when a ton of smart people, smarter than me, are heading into this space, building off of it, coding off of it, developing it, and a lot of richer people, massively richer than me, are staking portions of their portfolio in it, and a lot of larger institutions that take a lot of time before they deploy capital into a certain asset class, and take a lot of research before they go into certain asset class that are moving into this space. And people I respect, from Kevin O'Leary to Mark Cuban to Gary Vaynerchuk to Michael Saylor, are in this space. When you have the greatest coders, the greatest developers building technology in this space, when you have a ton of funds and institution going into that space, and when you have a lot of people that are smarter, more intelligent, and highly respected going into this space, and you have a bunch of businesses try to do something, when there's a lot of people in those businesses that are not really into tech or into coding or into investments, but they're into marketing, branding, customer service, and a lot of things heading towards Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, then I really believe it has a lot going on for it. When you try to analyze investments, you have to look at what are smarter people, more talented people, richer people doing. Why are they going there? When you have people who are massively smarter than you going into that, then you have to pay attention. When you have a lot of people who are devoting the finest years of their lives, when you talk to people who are so hardcore into it, some of them, they don't care about what the equivalent of Bitcoin to fiat is. They don't care. What they care about is what it's actually disrupting, because as what I've said in a lot of the videos that I made, whatever movement that it will have in the future, whether upward, it will only be a beneficiary of how it actually performs, how game-changing it is, and how it's disrupting and helping other people. Those are just 3 reasons why I believe Bitcoin won't fail. It has bounced back time and time again. It's game-changing technology / software, and the greatest talent and minds are heading into this space. There's more reasons, but I'll try to save that for another time. If you want more about that, search Marvin Germo Bitcoin, Marvin Germo Cryptocurrencies, where I've shared my ideologies on it. Check it out, do your research, spend 10,000 hours to learn more about it, and have the conviction, because I really believe it's still gonna be volatile. I really believe that not a lot of people still understand it. It's something that not a lot of people know, and because not a lot of people know about it, it's a very, very early asset class. There's still uncertainty, and because of uncertainty, there will be volatility. But It's those who understand it, it's those who know it, it's those who look past the bumps and the dumps that will benefit over and over and over in the future. I have a second channel, check it out. I'm starting to revive it once again. Investing Made Easy. All of the technical analysis that I have for cryptocurrencies will be there. If you want more about this, I have tons of videos down below. I have technical analysis courses below. I have books written down below. You can check it out. And if you stayed up until the end, appreciate it if you could like this video, put a comment because it helps the YouTube algorithm. And if you want to get updated every time I make daily videos, it's always 8 o'clock on a daily basis, no matter what happens. We have videos 8 p.m. Southeast Asia time, Manila time. But if you want to get updated about that, hit the subscribe button and click the bell so that it pops up in your phone every time you see it. If you guys have any questions, put it down below. And it's okay also if you don't like Bitcoin or you don't agree with what I'm saying, and that's what's amazing about it. There could be an avenue where we could disagree but still respect other people's opinions. So that's it for now. This is Marvin Germo. I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon, and God bless you all.